The Ravens Flock presents The Black Files, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squat, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. It is Wednesday night, a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you have been granted access to the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So remember, whether you're a friend or you're a fiend, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuning in to a brand new episode of The Black Files.
All right. Hello, everybody. Happy to be here on Wednesday, August 9th. Tonight's going to be quite an interesting discussion. Sorry, I had a joke in my head, but that left.
I hate when that happens. It's just like it jumped out like a frog on a hot plate, didn't it? Just like,
Yeah, I know. I screwed this one up royally.
Ha. Okay, that one I saw coming a mile away. How could you? I thought I could trust you. I thought I knew you. That was just unconscionable. Howdy, folks. My name is Juan Arauz, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team. I'm the guy who, thank God, was able to get this thing up and running. One of the reasons why I was running late, I kid you not, our computer's running a little bit slower than I like it to. And that's not from any sense of like, oh, I'm not doing upkeep right. Like, I run disk defragmenting on this thing every month. It's a nightmare. And we don't really even do that much. Every time that we actually use any new images or whatever, if it's not something that we're going to foresee using again in the near future, we chuck it. We just delete it clean off. I try to keep it as svelte as possible in there. But no, apparently, no, we're not allowed to have nice things like that. And, but thankfully, despite our misbehaving computer, I managed to get us up and running again. And joining me here is one of the usual suspects. And joining me, of course, is the man with the plan himself, the founder, the executive producer, the content manager, the team leader of the Ravens Flock, the host of Wrestle Rewind, the big bald bastard himself. Folks, put your hands together for Mr. Jose
All right. Hello, everybody. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. Once again, happy to be here. And before we continue with the program, just want to do a little brief shout out to all the folks following us on Kick. It is awesome that we have now become affiliates on our Kick channel. No, you guys have been great. It's been really good, and there's nowhere to go but up.
Indeed, where the sky's the limit over here, folks. And I also want to give a quick shout out before we continue to our newest mod / unofficial sugar mama, Lady Christy Rando-sama, who, thanks to her incredible generosity, we have brand new microphones on hand here, courtesy of her, which were on our Amazon wish list over here, which if you look at our link tree, see, it's scrolling right here right now, linktree / the Ravens Flock. We've had our eyes on these new microphones for forever, and thank goodness, because they are so cherry, they are so choice. Well, thank you again so much, Lady Christy Rando-sama, and I'm hoping that we now sound, or at least I do, because Jose's over on like the Zoom call over here
on my phone. Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll start sounding as awesome as we try to look. Oh, here. So,
absolutely. So let me. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of awesome,
we got to do next, right, Joe?
I know what I got to do. Don't worry. I got this. So, folks, much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/The Ravens Flock and the aforementioned kick.com/The Ravens Flock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our media content. Leave your questions and comments below, and we will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, whether it's YouTube or Kick, then you could become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you will have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you are stepping up, that you believe in the cause of the Ravens flock, which means you believe that we're here to make your voice our mission by providing us this additional support. This will help us break away from the clutches of oppressive, work cult culture and help us not have to work jobs anymore and actually get to do this full time. We appreciate every single one of you fine folks. We'll also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, which, by the way, Jose's been brainstorming some brand new merch ideas. So
trust me, I'm cooking up some great stuff, folks. I am cooking, and more. Trust me, more content will be released very soon.
You're damn right over here. And so, well, we're gonna go ahead and, like I mentioned over here, you also get access to members first, your members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission, by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your taste and your needs. Such as, for instance, as we mentioned over here earlier, we've got Shamanistic Unicorn Tam on the YouTube chat. Bear Cream is over on the Twitch stream. Freaking Twitch. I'm twitching my head off with what we were talking about here tonight. Bear Cream on our Kick stream. That almost rhymes. Tam Tam, Project Metal Music, Lisa Boo, Carrie C in the chat, Nikki Bella. Let me see here. Project Metal Music. I think I mentioned him already. And Jen Pearson is in the chat as well. And of course, let's not forget Nikki Bella, our part of our mod squad, and our ever so generous Lady Christy Rando Sama. You said you were coming in a little bit late, so we want to again thank you for the new microphones. I hope that we sound as awesome as we look over here. And
Absolutely.
Will Morris in the chat as well, the hardest working mod in all of YouTube. I think he's modding like 19 different channels now. Am I exaggerating?
That's a lot of modding.
Probably so.
I'm probably a lot of modding.
I'm probably exaggerating a little bit. I'm probably just a little bit a little. I like to puff up my friends a little bit. You know, like I stand a little taller anytime I get to see them on our chat or see them in person and get to hang out with them. And
yes,
Emily
indeed.
Morrison,
not taller than me. Hey, I'm still here, Juan. You know.
I know you're still here, Jose. I was saying that I'm talking about when we see our friends, that we don't live with / see all the time.
I know, but you got to slow down. We're having a conversation.
I haven't a conversation yet. I'm trying to talk about what's on the chat real quick. Oh, Will Moore's like, he'll draw the line at 20 channels. So 19 is just under his limit. So we're okay. And Emily Morse, thank you for celebrating having been an inner flocker for 9 months. Holy
Yay!
cow.
Awesome.
Unbelievable.
Very cool.
Hello, welcome, one and all. Good evening, y'all. Thank you for that. And congratulations, Emily Morse. It's a flocker. I'm holding an imaginary baby. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh my goodness.
I just threw the baby out.
All right. I think it's about time we get into it, won't you? We have to address the royal elephant in the room.
Do I have to? I know. I'm the one who brought this up. I'm the one who decided what I was going to talk about on the Black Files over here because this is freaking embarrassing, and I need a red marker or a Sharpie of some kind. I'm not going to say why yet, but I need a big fat red marker of some kind. If you're able to find one, or if you know if K-Storm can find me one, let me know, Jose, before we end the show.
Yeah.
Because
I
have a point to make. But folks, normally here at the Ravens Flock, we usually try to talk about stuff that's happening in the world of nerd and pop culture over here. We usually deal with stuff like anime conventions, movies, TV shows, video games. We usually like to talk about stuff in like the drama in pro wrestling or the cosplay community. You know, what was it called? Delicate Note, who was a real piece of work apparently. And ages ago, we, I guess you could call it a smear campaign. Well, not really a smear campaign. Well, much more critical piece about the problematic cosplayer Momokun, right?
Yeah, more like a cautionary tale, not just to be wary of Momokun, but be wary of cosplayers and personalities that behave in the same manner.
Yeah, that behave like she does, or she did. She's claiming she's reformed, either that or she's let the heat die off or something, I don't know. But point is, she's a thing of the past in the best ways possible. She's faded into irrelevance. And
Into the sea of obscurity.
Well, at least out of the popular con community radar, at the very least for the time being. So it's probably weird that we're bringing up the royal family of the United Kingdom in any way, shape, or form. What the hell do the Ravens flock, us three, myself, Jose, Angel, what the hell do we, the motley crew of nerds, what stake do we have talking about the royals? Like the late Queen Elizabeth II, King Charles now, freaking, like the, what's the name of those two? Prince William.
The two that were...
No, Prince William and Princess Kate, right?
Yeah, Prince William and Princess Kate.
Yeah,
yes.
Those are the cool ones, at least the non-problematic ones, quote unquote. And of course, the subjects of tonight's, I guess you could call it, news story, because we try our best not to make the news, even though we're also kind of want to try to make the news. I mean, come on, we're the Ravens flock. If no one's talking about us, then what the hell are we doing? This is one of those instances of, okay, they went ahead and went there. What's one of the few things that I do not stand for, Jose? Regarding people I have a relationship with, or a friendship, family, people I love, people I care about, or people I'm even professionally acquainted with.
You mess with them, you mess with me.
That's right. If you mess with them, you mess with me. And thankfully, messing with me provides a lot of freaking content. So I'm going to have to do what I do best. And now I can kind of do it without having to worry about that. And let me see here. Yeah, you're going to get to see my legs, people. Oh, no. Oh, how salacious is this? Yeah, I wear shorts, and what?
Okay. I was going to say, before you get into that, I think for the folks who are watching, I think we need to give a little brief background info.
I'm about to, Jose. Can you still hear me? Am I still audible here?
Yeah, I can hear you from my end.
Okay, how about the folks on the stream? Am I still good to hear over there? Oh, Rodhound made it into the chat. Hey up, Rodhound. I was about to say, welcome to the Ravens flock. And yeah, no, they gifted, I believe that was Lady Christie who gifted you some memberships over here. She was on a roll, Tam. I appreciate that. So, I'm about to have to get a lot of things off of my chest.
Oh boy.
So, the subjects of tonight's tale, if you would. Okay, this is a little more... I was just trying to do a fucking prop, but whatever. Okay, I tried. Whatever. So, are none other than the other royal couple of the younger generation. That would be Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan Markle. All right, so
here we go.
All right, in case you guys can't tell, they went it appears as if the followers, the fans, if you would, of this particular couple, Meghan and Harry, have decided that the coverage provided by our friends over on Popcorn Planet and Stef the Alter Nerd, which is our buddy Andy Signore and Stef the Alter Nerd, of course, respectively, it has gone much too far and has gone unchallenged for far too long, and so they must stand up for the dignity, the pride, the glory of a couple that doesn't know they exist. Ha! Take that! Because that'll show us.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Please keep.
As a matter of
Please,
fact,
by the way, you rock that crown like a king, my friend. I mean, I know Andy did it earlier, but I think you do it a little bit better.
You're not just trying to kiss my butt, are you, Jose? Because that's
No, Juan, you've got the hair for it.
So you've got the amazing Chrome Dome of Doom for it, Jose. When you have the crown, when you're wearing the crown, it's freaking, it's solid on there, and it has the proper contrast because it looks a little more bronzish.
But you look more believable as a king. You kind of remind me of I'm trying to place his name. Sean Bean in Game of Thrones. I think he was in Game of Thrones.
Ned Stark. What? You
kind of
he died. Yeah. Didn't he die in the first season?
Whoops.
Yeah, nice going, Jose.
Man, yeah, I forgot. Sean Bean has a bad record of dying a lot in movies.
Stark. There we go, Eddard.
Yeah.
Okay, I had it right the first time.
I'm sorry, Juan.
I had it right the first time. No, okay, so, good lord. It appears as if these guys have been, have not taken too kindly to the coverage provided by Andy and Stef's brand new channel project called Popcorn Palace, which, by the way, I'm pretty certain, 99% sure, that our audience is already subscribed to Popcorn Palace. I'm pretty certain they already have. If you haven't, go ahead and do so. Yeah, only died if we count beheadings. Yeah, you're right, Will Morris. Yeah, but we count everything when it comes to killings of Game of Thrones. I mean, for crying out loud, what's his face? Tyrion Lannister, Peter Dinklage, shot his father with a pair of crossbow bolts over a chick. I don't even watch Game of Thrones, and I know that much. That's how terrible it is. Not terrible the show, but terrible like my knowledge of it. Jose, did you mute yourself?
No.
Okay, I was about to say. All right, so what do you call it? It appears as if the folks who consider themselves the self-appointed fans, the fanatics, the armada, the legion of followers, disciples, if you would, of Meghan and Harry, are taking to the Webernets to try and take down our friends Andy Signore and Stef the Alter Nerd, which is why, Jose?
Yeah.
I think you know what to say when I pull this up, which is why we came up with this thumbnail over here.
Oh yes.
So
it's time. The royal couple of. I was gonna hype it up.
Okay, fine. You in that case, you hype it up. I was gonna give us our Teddy Long here, but you hype it up. Fine.
Yeah. All right, nerds watching all over the internet. The royal couple of Prince Harry and Duchess Markle versus Andy Signore of Popcorn Planet and Stef the Alter Nerd. The Ravens Flock presents the greatest Royal Rumble.
And they're going to be duking it out in a mixed tag team match, player. Holla, holla.
How do you like that as my super awesome trailer voice?
It works.
I try. I do my best.
It wasn't that good, but it works.
Ah!
Okay, I'm just yanking your chain, Jose. Yeah, no, like it became insane, especially when you consider how literally no one's out to try to harm anyone on Popcorn Palace, on Stef the Alter Nerd. What they're doing is very simple and very straightforward. By the judgment of Andy and Stef, the royal family of the United Kingdom are newsworthy figures. And considering that their every move, their every choice, their every word spoken, every word not spoken, in some circumstances, is newsworthy to major tabloids and dirt sheets the world over, especially in the United Kingdom, especially in England, who's to say that having a dedicated channel reporting on the different articles, giving commentary, giving opinion, giving different theories, different takes on what may be happening with the interconnected relationships involved in the royal family is going too far? Who's to say that that's a bad idea? So out comes Andy and Stef, and they decide, screw it, we're gonna go ahead and make this Popcorn Palace project, and they shot up in viewership and in subscribers in 0 time flat. I wish we had that kind of sub count. Do you mind helping us out here, folks? Letting the Popcorn Palace people know that we at the Ravens Flock, we might not be a very vital fiefdom in this Popcorn Palace universe. We carved out our niche and we hold it strong. We hold it with the same strength and dignity that our friends King Andy and Queen Stef hold on to Popcorn Palace. So if the folks over at Popcorn Palace would be so kind as to subscribe to the Ravens Flock as well, that would make things so much easier on our goals to not have to work jobs anymore.
Yes. Just please don't kill us on their social media threads, and don't say anything harmful to us, because Steph and Andy's definitely got a lot of that.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is we can handle it, and so can they. They're what do you call it? Steph and Andy, they're big boys, they're big girls. They can handle themselves in terms of what they're contesting against. However, we ought to show folks precisely the kind of bullshit our friends are dealing with, which
I agree.
Just giving you guys an example, and this is actually an example that Steph herself had put out in one of her videos earlier today. I'm going to show you folks exactly what kind of people the Harry and Meghan stans are. I guess you can call them stans, but like the unofficial name has been like that they're sugars. I don't know where it came from, but everyone who does any commentary on the royal family and specifically sees people, sticking up for Meghan and Harry specifically online, they've been named sugars. I don't know why. I don't know where the name came from. Don't ask me. I don't know the answer. I did some Googling. No one can seem to put down a definitive answer. So,
really weird.
Yeah, very weird, isn't it? All right, so where is it? There, and yeah. Okay, so to illuminate, educate, and I suppose, considering the content of this article, infuriate our fine viewers at home. And I'm going to go ahead and share the article for this on the YouTube chat as well. This is from The Sun. This is from an article circa 2018. Headline reads, Meghan's Army. Meghan Markle's Megulator superfans threatened to kill me, hacked my computer, and stole money from my bank account. Now I'm buying a gun to defend myself. This was written written out and published by, I kid you not, a lady named Christina here. Dear God. I'm gonna show this in a minute, and folks, we are going to have to give out once again, and I hate that we have to do this, an obligatory disclaimer. There's going to be mentions of pretty vile shit. You'll notice that none of the mentions of the actions of this pretty vile shit is actually directed towards anyone in the royal family. No one on this channel is actually calling for any violent or harmful actions to be taken or premeditated by anyone who considers themselves a fan of ours or Popcorn Planet or Sif the Ultra Nerd or any of our friends to be taken against anyone in the royal family. All right?
Right.
More importantly, if you're one of them nutballs who fucking tries to go like holy war on behalf of the Ravens flock, cut that out. We don't like you. We do our own wars, and we do it right here. We do it on this channel. We do it on these platforms, and we do it using the facts. We do it using the truth. We do it using actual knowledge. Scientia et potentia. Joseph, you remember your Latin. What does that mean?
I forgot.
You're dropping the ball here tonight, man. Knowledge is power. Come on, man. You know this one. AJ's
Okay, but
Travelers.
but like 100% of our audience don't know what it means. So you might as well just say it in English.
Well, I gave it in both. I like to educate people a little bit too, even if it makes me come off a little pretentious. Yeah. Oh, the sugars. Yeah. Because sugar's bad for you. Terrible name. You're not wrong, and I'm diabetic. I should know the sugar's bad for me. Well, look at my ass. Actually, well, nope, because I still consume my sweets responsibly. It's 0 sugar Mountain Dew. If I'm gonna caffeinate my dick off, I'm gonna do it intelligently. Aspartame me, Cap'n. All right, so let me take a look over here. Thank you for sharing the stream, Lisa Boo. We appreciate that immensely. Also, if we could get a game on Steam to have them actually wrestle, that would be hilarious, right, Rodhound? Oh my god, that would be hilarious. It would be awesome. I would put money on Andy and Stef any day of the week. What's his face? Prince Harry might have been in the Royal Armed Forces, whatever it was. But Andy knows how to fuck people up. And I mean, I would put anything on him. He's taller than me. He's tried to make himself look taller than you, Jose. It doesn't work, but he's got that beef. All right. And
Yeah,
Steph,
no, he looks like he could tackle someone and break their back.
Yeah, and Steph, she's got the feisty Yorkshire screw you, I'm gonna gutter fight, street fight your ass mode. Whereas Meghan Markle will just be running circles around the ring trying to run away, and Steph will just tackle her and go.
She would be running. She would be running and cowering and prancing away, like a duchess.
Yeah, no, even though she wasn't born a duchess, she was granted a royal title because she's an American, if you may or may not recall. Meghan Markle is not of royal blood. She married herself into the royal family, but she's not allowed to have the title of princess. She's not a princess, she is a duchess. And no matter how much she might want to treat herself like a princess, no matter how much she may have been brought up by her super well-to-do parents and family that she also throws under the bus, she's no princess. She's a duchess at best and a conceited mean girl at the worst. But that's just my opinion. And we were just talking about, earlier on the chat, what it would look like if they actually wrestled, but they're not actually wrestling. No one's actually going to do anything. And yeah, Steph would roundhouse kick the crap out of Meghan if there was an actual hand-to-hand fight over here. Please don't compare your cousin. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, I see what you mean. Emily Morris was saying, it's crazy how much my cousin looks like Meghan Markle. And D Nice, by the way, hey up there, D Nice, how you doing over here? Welcome to the Black Files. Please don't compare your cousin to that woman. Your cousin is way better than that. And she did, oh god, sleep with my sister's husband, so there might be something to that. God almighty, what the hell? So, okay, let me get to the article, because this is a godless nightmare. Okay, so, article written December 5th, 2018, by Lauren Hill Roger, calling themselves the Megulators. As in, regulators, got to regulate.
The Megulators. Oh my god, that's such a dumb term.
Whoopsie, wrong thing over here. The online vigilantes are said to be waging a cyber war against their Megxit enemies, those who want Meghan booted out of Britain and the royal family for good. The Megulators are like Meghan's bodyguards, Christina claims. Christina Kane. Hundreds is the name of the person who's the subject of this article over here. Let me see over here. Hundreds of tweets under the hashtag Megulators show Prince Harry's wife's superfans dubbing themselves as, quote, anti-bullying campaigners who slam anyone who questions pregnant Meghan's character. This was back in 2018 when she was pregnant. Whoops. I was pulling up regulators over here because they're calling themselves regulators. Christina Kane. Let me see here. 41. A PR representative who previously represented Meghan's estranged half-sister Samantha Markle says certain regulators have threatened to kill her and make her feel like she's being watched every second. Speaking exclusively to The Sun Online, Christina Kane revealed how she and her sister Trina, 47, were subjected to vile and professional slurs, claiming the, quote, highly sophisticated trolls even stole from their bank accounts and after hacking their computers. Terrified for her life, Christina now wants to warn others of the dangers of crossing Meghan Markle. So buckle up, buttercups. The battle between the Megulators and Megxit is vicious and someone is going to end up getting killed, she told The Sun Online. They push and push and take things as far as possible, and one day that will mean a person's death. Christina claims that social media has become a war ground for battles between Megulators and Megxit. These Megulators, also known as the Sussex Squad, because Harry and Meghan aren't Harry isn't just the Prince of the United Kingdom. He was also granted the title of the Duke of Sussex in the United Kingdom, and that means that by marriage, Meghan Markle is the Duchess of Sussex. So these sussy squaddies, they call themselves the Sussex Squad. How clever.
That's such a typical one.
It's so freaking dumb. It's so silly. It's so weird. It's not even like pro wrestling fans weird. This is just fucking creepy weird. The Sussex Squad attack anyone they see as hurtful to Meghan, while Megxit, those who want Meghan out of the royal family, hit back at them and troll anyone who attacks her. She explains. The Megulators think that they're like Meghan's bodyguards. Megxit supporters on the other side target Meghan's charitable work and appearance, starting with the hashtag the Charlatan Duchess, basically saying that all the stuff that Meghan Markle's been doing in her career as trying to be like a world famous actress, which she was really only on one TV show and maybe a couple of things. And she was on the TV show Deal or No Deal. She was one of the briefcase girls, right?
Yeah.
But she thought she was above all that.
Wow, it's typical. The moment some face gets like 15 seconds of fame on TV, they immediately think that it's their calling.
Oh my God, no! It's so much worse. It's so much dumber than that. I promise you that it's so much more insane. So, let me see here. Getting back into this over here. On one Megxiteer wrote, quote, Meghan Markle created issues with her own family, 2 ex-husbands and a bunch of lice in boyfriends. Ask her siblings; they'll tell you she is not a good person. So there's a little photo of her at a restaurant or something. It looks like she's tossing a salad. I guess she's a very good salad tosser, I suppose. I've never had a salad by Meghan Markle. I wouldn't know how well she tosses a salad. So I'm not going to mess or ask her how good of a salad tosser she is. And this is just a photo. It could have just been a photo op. Maybe she is very good at being a salad tosser. Maybe that's her specialty at salad tossing. I'm not sure. But
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
I am going to appreciate the fact that she is wearing gloves. Very good. Top marks. Food safety. Since I have restaurant background and food service background, top marks. It's always important to wear protection while salad tossing. Moving on. Yet Christina claims that...
Go on.
Was that too far? Did I go too far?
No. No, go on. Continue.
It's literally
Don't stop.
a photo of her handling a salad. If there appears to be a double entendre, well, then that's just where your mind went. It's a picture taken with, it's a Reuters photo of Meghan Markle at a restaurant in the kitchen, wearing gloves and an apron, sleeves rolled up, a big-ass vat full of veggies, and she appears to be tossing what appears to be a salad. And I am complimenting her apparent skill and ability, as depicted by this picture, as a salad tosser.
Okay, Juanjo, I think you made your point.
I hope so. Anyone trying to construe anything else other than this, that just goes to show where your darn mind's at. Moving on. Yet Christina claims that despite their Twitter squabbling, both sides are smart. Her quotes, they will create fake news, plant stories, and do a lot of research to try to get what they want. We've even called in a cyber expert who says the same tech being used to spread love and hate about Meg is the same that Russian trollers use to influence elections and spread fake news. So, one part of the article over here, why don't you just curl up and die already? Jesus Christ. Christina says her living nightmare first started when she invited Samantha Markle to speak on the radio show she presents, Unity Radio, in her hometown of Baston. Okay, normally I'm of the persuasion of fuck Baston, but for the purposes of tonight's episode, I will withhold my Baston hatred as dictated by New York City law to a minimal for tonight. I hope that's okay. And yes, you're right. She is an excellent salad tosser. Rodhound. I don't think I've said salad tossing enough. I don't know what you're talking about. It is a Reuters photo. It's a Reuters photo. Same diff. It's pronounced Reuters, but yeah, I'm trying to be good. So, let's see here. Christina says her living yeah, okay, Boston. So this is a photo of her estranged sister, Samantha Markle. Let's see here. As apparently she's like target number one. She's public enemy number one as far as the Sussex squad, the Sussy Bakas are. The Megulators had already targeted Samantha, who has been estranged from her half-sister for years and recently claimed their father, Thomas's deteriorating health was Meghan's fault. One post reads, Samantha Markle is nothing but a fame chaser. Why don't you just curl up and die already? Christina then continues, but the minute Samantha posted online about working with us, she got barraged with vile emails criticizing us and her, she explains. So this is Trina, by the way. This is Christina's sister, so who has really nothing to do with any of it. Before the show even aired, Christina and her sister were sent death threats. Christina says, my sister got an email saying, quote, you don't know what you've taken on. You're going to take a dive. We've had to cancel the interview in the end because of death threats. Christina and Trina have now reported the threats to local police and their local FBI office. Megulators hacked my computer and nicked my money. Yet the torrent of hate from the Megulators did not stop there. Just days later, the sisters claimed money had been stolen from their bank accounts. We were getting emails hacked, money stolen from bank accounts, and relentless, horrible trolling on social media, Christina adds. It's thought that hackers had found out the passwords for the sisters' online banking by hacking their computers. The radio station even had a computer hard drive wiped by a hacker, and our own Twitter account was logged into and taken over. She continues on saying, Christina also claims the details of private conversations between her and her sister were being leaked on social media, leading her to suspect their computers had been hacked. Look at this, a photo of let's see here, Samantha with Meghan Markle was used to make death threats against Samantha Markle. How fucked is that? So
damn,
this
dude.
is the kind of fear-mongering and cyber-terrorism, cyberbullying that the Sussy Bakas, the Sussex squad, had been employing. Okay, so this is what I'm bringing up over here. Now, let's see here. The reason why this is such a amazingly messed up story is because we fast forward from that 2018 article to 8 days ago, just a shy over a week ago, an article from the BBC. You gotta love this. This is from August 2nd.
Oh boy, go for it.
So, the British Broadcast Channel sent a channel thing, whatever. Headline reads, you ready for this one, Izzy?
Go for it.
Prince Harry and Meghan in united front against cyberbullying. Now, take a look at this wonderfully well photographed picture of Meghan and Harry in some garden veranda looking beautifully horticultured, like backyard maze or something. It couldn't look more picturesque if it was staged, which some people are claiming that it might be, but you didn't hear it from me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's literally a royal correspondent in the BBC. This is how much of a big deal the royal family is for them, by Sean Coughlin over here. So Prince Harry and Meghan are helping to fund online safety projects for young people, personally phoning some of the recipients. This is their first public appearance together since an award ceremony and chaotic car chase in New York in May. They were shown side by side, billed in a video as Harry and Meghan, without any reference to their royal titles. Because they're so much more relatable when they're not rubbing their royal titles in your face. They were, let's see, the couple's Archwell Foundation is one of 14 groups and charities giving a combined $2 million in funding, or 1.56 million British pounds in funding. In terms of combating cyberbullying. After a swirl of rumors and speculation about the couple's future, Prince Harry and Meghan's video shows them together contacting some of the 26 projects getting funded from the Responsible Technology Youth Power Fund. The aim is to back, quote, more equitable and more inclusive technology, unquote, and to find ways to make online life less toxic for young people. Meghan, who has spoken about the pressures of facing hostile comments online, praised the, quote, enormous impact that could be made by tackling the harmful aspects of social media and online misinformation. The amount donated by Archwell has not been specified, but Trisha Prabhu said that her cyberbullying project, Rethink Citizens, had received $50,000 or 39,000 pounds from the fund. From Prince Harry, this is exactly why we do what we do. Prince Harry said to her about supporting her efforts to stop online bullying. Ms. Prabhu described getting a call from Prince Harry and Meghan as an, quote, incredible moment, and admiring them for the way they, quote, challenge the status quo. But much of the attention will be on the California-based couple themselves. This announcement marks a return to the public appearances, and with it, the media spotlight, with a visible statement of togetherness. It's a carefully staged garden scene, likely to be seen as sending a message about the couple's future. The last time they were at a public event together was at an award ceremony in May, which ended up in media claims and counterclaims about a paparazzi car chase through the streets of Manhattan. Because you were in New York much more recently than I have. Has the traffic gotten better since 1998?
You mean since 2014? That was the last time I was there.
2014, right? That was when you went. Okay.
Yeah,
has the traffic gotten any better?
Hell no! Did you forget about what we talked about last week?
I did forget.
What?
What were we talking about?
You did?
Yes.
No, about the YouTube influencer, like with the crowded.
Oh Jesus! Oh, the Union Square riot. Okay, but that's not the same thing. I'm talking about normal everyday traffic in Manhattan.
Normal everyday traffic, yeah, no, it's still the same.
Okay,
it has changed.
In 20 some odd years, almost 30 years. Do you really expect New York City traffic to provide what could be construed as a car chase? Now, having to evade people and switching cars and switching taxis is one thing, but a car chase? I'm sorry. If I'm not seeing the Yakuza jumping roof, like car top to car top, chasing after you, and Donald Glover and Danny Glover and Mel Gibson punching these guys out because they're not too old for this shit. I'm sorry. It's just not a car chase to me.
Yeah, no, you're not going to get it. You'll be lucky if you get a normal foot chase in Manhattan without getting stopped by a bunch of by people who don't know how to drive and follow the rules of the road.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous, but at the same time, you know what we're trying to look for. It's
a car chase. What the hell, man?
Okay. But you remember how I said how that video, that still shot from their Archwell Foundation, it looks so picturesque and so pristine and very well produced. It couldn't be more perfect looking if it was staged. It's because it was. Look at the fucking thing. The video quality on that is ridiculous. If it was any less produced, I would see their boom mic hanging down and coming in frame. You know, the mic being in picture.
Right.
So it's clearly just meant to be a publicity stunt to let people know, hey, we're going to be public again. Which is why we so appropriately cling on to the beautiful mimetic glory of that was made famous by South Park.
Oh my goodness!
So
until that episode, I've never heard of Prince Harry and Duchess Markle. To be honest with you,
don't call
until
her
you showed
Duchess
me
Markle, just Meghan or Duchess Meghan,
Meghan.
or Meghan.
Fine,
Markle.
Duchess. Fine, or Meghan Markle. I've never heard of the couple until you showed me that episode of South Park, and then you told me a little bit about them, and oh my goodness!
All right, yeah, like, you got to understand. Like we said, we're too American for our own good. Zayd couldn't give two squirts of piss normally when it comes to anything involving like this sort of. It feels over sensationalized for like this couple that looks like they're just the royal family. They're just part of the royal family. It's not that big a deal. It's not the end of the world. But there fucking goes. Which is why we clearly went with the image of these two who want their privacy. You know, obviously, obviously South Park took jabs at them back earlier this year, back in March, in order to point out the stupidity and hypocrisy of how Prince Philip and Meghan, or in the South Park version, they're the prince and they're the dumb prince and his stupid wife of Canada. So because they're the Canadian prince, not the UK, not England, because that's how you. It's obviously meant to be a joke.
Yeah.
How are they hollering all over and putting in everybody's face, everyone's freaking face, about how they demand to be left alone and they're just regular old people just like you, even though they have money and they have book deals and they want $1 million movies and TV shows made about them and how incredible they are. And, but they totally need to be left alone. Because there's just regular people who want their privacy. They demand their privacy, Jose. Are you going to give them
Juancho,
their privacy?
You just don't get the message.
You do not want to all of these people their privacy. How dare you? This is not what we're talking about. You better not be looking at my crazy stupid wife like that. I'm going to shove my blue penis at you.
Oh my god.
They want their privacy. Good sir.
And you know what? I mean, since then, the couple hasn't released any type of statement or response in response to the episode. And at this point, they can't, because the folks who make South Park, you can pretty much call them untouchable. They could get away with whatever the hell they want.
Almost whatever the hell they want. There was the episode where they were talking about how Family Guy is going to show the Prophet Muhammad, who was the founder of Islam, on Family Guy, and everyone's throwing their freaking heads like, "Oh my God, it's just regular Muhammad" at the end. But in the actual episode of South Park where they show the clip of it, it's like for security reasons, South Park will not be showing the image of Muhammad. Joke, like, there's lines even South Park knows not to mess with. But
fair enough.
I digress here. Now, how is it that Meghan and Harry, who are crusading against cyberbullying, they're taking up the charge, they're taking up the mantle in order to stop cyberbullies, by passing a couple $1,000s here, a couple $1,000s there. Here's a couple grand here, here's a couple grand there.
How is it that the two have avoided it going so far as to have a blip go fly up in the skies with the giant message saying "respect our privacy" or whatever the hell?
You're missing the point on this. How the hell is it that these guys are demanding and advocating and trying to espouse the virtues and extol the noble cause of fighting against cyberbullying when they literally have a legion of cyberbullies. That's the problem here. And if and
sorry, I got too caught up with South Park, but
you got caught up in the South Park thing, and that's fine. I understand. You got it's from
but thank you for bringing me back to earth. Thank you for calling out the hypocrisy.
It's not the end of the world, Joe. All I'm saying here is that, like, what do you call it? You're just you got caught in the weeds there. It's fine to laugh at the ridiculousness, but it's also it's one of those points of, like, these guys have got to chill out. And apparently there's folks who are not getting the message. And I know this because of what they have been posting on our buddies Andy and Stef.
Oh boy, here we go. Now we're getting to the meat of the matter.
Now we set the table, we set the idea, we made our point known on why the hell do we care. Holy crap! Oh snap! Andy's up in the chat, the Lord and Ruler of the Popcorn Planet himself. Hey, up there, how's it going, man?
Hey, speaking of the witch, I'm not going to call him the devil because he's far from the devil.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear. I know what you mean, Jose. Yeah, and he said he's tried to send a super chat and it's not showing up, and it charged him. That is so freaking weird. And Emily Morse just sent a $1.99 super chat, and we could see hers. That is so weird. What on earth is that all about?
What? Okay, we didn't make any changes, did we?
No, we didn't make any sort of change over here. We've got Andy as a mod just like anyone else, and they can send it over here without a problem. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you being on here, by the way, Andy. I don't know if you did anything. I'm going to try and do something on our end, on the back end over here. And I'll try to work on it from there and see if that does anything.
Okay.
Basically, what's ended up happening on all of this, and let me see what happened over here. Yeah, he got charged. Well, he was trying to send us a $50 super chat. What the hell, man? Oh my god! If it pops up, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Oh my god, that'll be amazing. Thank you so much for your support, Andy. Holy shit, that is unbelievable. And even if it doesn't show that way, then we appreciate the support regardless here. I'm actually trying to scroll back to where the nutballs decided to try to come after all this mess. Yeah. Oh, I see where it is. Okay, so thank you for this, a-holes. Dummies. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so I'm actually double checking, and this is, like I said, this is just my opinion on all this stuff. You folks don't have to worry about, like we mentioned earlier, obligatory disclaimer. We're not advocating for anyone. Well, here, obligatory disclaimer once again. We're not advocating for anybody to attack people. That's not our bag. The only ones who are going to be doing anything offensive will be what I said earlier about Meghan Markle working on a salad. And it looks like she's trying to toss it by hand, which is an old school chef's way. And we were just talking about how good she made.
Yeah, we don't have to revisit that.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to revisit that. Let's go.
Okay, so I kid you not, Andy had simply put on a simple tweet. He put up a simple tweet over here a few days ago, and that was literally 2 days ago, if I'm reading this correctly. It was, for the record, I'm an online personality. You won't hear me crying wah for folks hating me. It comes with the territory. But I am posting photos of Meghan and Harry's kids or their physical address, or literally trying to... Okay, you get the point that Andy doesn't do that shit. We don't do that shit. There's people that, if I could get away with it, I would try to do that, but even that's beneath me. I don't need to do that stuff. And this is how these folks respond. Harry and Meghan's fans are threatening Andy Signore because of a joke about turning up at their Montecito mansion and singing the Worldwide Privacy Tour. And yeah, now I think we probably should do the protest for real. This is America. We have a right to protest, just FYI. Basically, what they were talking about is that a few days ago, Andy and Stef literally just during the discourse of discussion on Popcorn Planet, Steph had mentioned how she'd been planning for ages and ages to fly back to the U.S. and visit L.A., visit California, because she's got friends over there. Louis Lecca, our buddy from Nerd Report, my favorite. Our boy Jody from Jody's Corner. She's been meaning for forever to try and visit them on their home turf. And she's got business deals that she was trying, like meetings that she's been trying to do. And she figured, hey, I might as well try to make a trip out of it. And just in natural discussion, like, when we get derailed as just in natural discussion, we'll just talk about XYZ, like, oh, hey, turns out Prince Harry and Meghan, they live in Montecito, California, which is a 3-hour drive from LA. Wouldn't it be funny if we go ahead and if we got ourselves in a charter bus or rent a car or whatever and drive there and go on the sidewalks while we're in Montecito, holding up the same like dorky "we want privacy" photos, like signs, just like you've got in South Park. Just these little goofy, hey, stop looking at us, we demand our privacy, how dare you? It just because it's fucking hilarious how obtuse these two are about how they want it both ways. They want to be the biggest and most important public figures in the history of ever, but don't look at them. Don't talk about their personal life. Don't talk about their private life.
Leave them alone, okay?
No,
They're just
we're just regular people. Like, if you're regular people, why are you trying to sign yourself up with like 85 different Netflix shows talking about what sort of charcuterie board you're gonna buy next week, made out of elephant ivory or some bizarre shit?
Also, what normal human being would have? Also, what normal human being would have a legion of cyber bullies behind them?
For the record, it's not as if Meghan and Harry actually claimed them, but at the same time, they're not saying anything to stop them either.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sorry, I don't see them walking away from it.
No, they're not walking away from it. They're really not, and it's a pain in the ass because, putting it simply, they really ought to, if they're really hardcore about wanting to stop cyberbullying and stand up against cyberbullying, then they better pony up, put their money where their mouth is, and say, like, hey, we don't want, hey, folks, like, we appreciate that you're concerned for our safety or our well-being, but take it from us when we say we don't need to, that we don't need to have this sort of vitriol. All it is going to do is inspire more hate and more discourse. Even if they try to fluff it up and PR speak up their message, they need to some way like disavow or condemn or reject their sussy bakas, the Sussex squad. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Oh god, A1 steak sauce. I smell geek at A1. I wish I could do some A1 steak sauce. And did anyone see yours? Oh, Sam, Christy. Oh yeah, sent a 1999 super chat. Holy shit!
Hey.
She stands with Popcorn Planet and Stef the Alter Nerd. And apparently, so Andy sent a $1.99 super chat as a test, and that one pops up no problem. So that one works just fine, but apparently $50 didn't. What the shit?
What? That's so weird, man.
I swear to God, something's weird with YouTube. Yeah, Uncle Neil's being stingy, and yeah, with people's super chat money. It said it went through. Yeah. And Legend of the Traveling TARDIS was the one who says he smelled geek and A1. I wish I could use some A1 steak sauce. It would go well with these Doritos, but that's not important. What's important is these same folks who are... Yeah, YouTube better not have stolen your money, Andy. Yeah, you're right, Emily. Thank goodness. I hope they haven't. These same kind of folks over here have been basically saying, like, is this in the process? And I'm going to try and keep their face off it. You know what? Screw it. Screw you, you friggin' dorks. Whatever. You put yourselves out in public. This is what happens. But it's like this person saying, like, oh, but it's okay for you to threaten their family. Isn't this you saying that you're still going to their private property to protest? Even though Andy said he's not encouraging that. As usual, people take things too far. Like, oh, come on. Nah. Over here. That's not what Andy had been trying to do at all.
And I thought I was bad with the jokes.
Sorry, Zay, go ahead.
And I thought I was going to say, like, and I thought I was bad with jokes going over my head.
No, yeah, it's literally like Andy over here put up yesterday. At no point have I ever quote threatened anyone's family, but this is how toxic mobs work on emotion, not facts. They will tear down someone to the bone based on a rumor because you merely said something they don't like about their favorite person. In this case, Meghan Markle. I'm over here trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with people who can't seem to get it through their head. No one is actually advocating, not on our channel, not on Stef's channel, not on Andy's, Jody's, it's Kim, Louis Lecca, freaking, I don't know, if Angel's moonlighting as someone, no one that we've ever associated with is advocating trespassing into anyone's private property, trying to visibly harass other people, especially if they're people of public or public figures, in order to get attention from them. I don't need to do that shit. I've got criticism for those people about them from the public appearance that they project, and that's all I ever need to do. That's all any of us need to do. And it basically boils down to they want it both ways. They want their cake, and they want to be able to eat it too. I'm sorry, this ain't a bakery here. This is the real world. We gotta live by the same rules as everybody else. I'm not messing with your private property. I'm not messing with these people's like with their kids, with their family, nothing like that. And so don't mess with ours. It's that easy.
Yeah, but
we're talking about a freaking joke.
Yeah, but that's the problem with these angry, loyal fans of the royal couple, man. Or anyone, they like you said, they respond heavily on emotion, and they will pick apart what anybody else says and try and twist it into a narrative that is 100% wrong. They'll twist it to suit their narrative.
And apparently their narrative is, oh, these are the worst people ever. We have to protect poor Meghan and poor Prince Harry because they're so defenseless. Do you have any idea how little these two care? Like how little Meghan and Harry care about their sussy bakas, about their Sussex squad? Do they have any clue how little of a blip on their radar these folks actually are to them? What are they doing it for? I'd understand if it was a friend, if it was a personal acquaintance, just like, hey, no, if you're a friend of mine and someone's coming after you, I'm gonna stick my neck out. I'm gonna say, hey, what the hell's going on? What the hell is happening over here? What are you doing messing with my buddies over here? What are you doing with Jose, with Stef, with Andy, with Angel, with Louis?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, regardless of the size of these loyal drones, I'm pretty sure they come up as like a small little. Yeah, I'm sure they come up as a blip on the couple's radar. Like if they really wanted to protect themselves, I'm pretty sure they can afford to hire private security.
They probably have private security already. They probably have.
Yeah, well then that's it. They just don't give a shit about it. Then they don't give a shit about anything else.
They can't be bothered. You know, if they had been able to be bothered, then they would have said something a long time ago. But I don't really care.
Yeah. However, it didn't take very long for these idiots on social media to escalate the situation. They took it one step further, didn't they?
Oh, yes, they have. And I'm actually trying to scroll down to the spot where I had it over here because, yeah, no, it's, I'm trying to find a way to do it without me inadvertently, doing the same shit by accident. So give me a second. I'm actually trying to find something over here. Give me a moment over here. I apologize. All right. So folks had been, yeah, these same freaking nutballs were trying to... Oh, God, I need to find a way to do this. I'm so sorry, because I'm trying to find a way to put up the same tweet with threatened Andy over here on Monday the 7th. without showing what these assholes showed. You know what? I'm just gonna read it off over here. This a-hole saying, "Hi Andy, how about we hold banners with quote sexual abuser written on them? We come to your home and show your wife and kids, huh? What do you think about that? Is it legal too? And we wouldn't be lying. We'd be using facts, unlike your fake 'we want our privacy' claim." Going back to this old horse shit from God Almighty, I don't even want to count the years. Was it like 5-6 years ago that Andy was embroiled with back when he was working with Screen Junkies, you know, and he had his drama, he had his problems, he had issues on there, and what these fuckers decided to do was they decided to go ahead and share a photo of Andy with his wife and with their children right now. You know, they were talking about how he cheated on his former wife and all this stuff, and like they went ahead and doxed Andy's kids.
Yeah, no.
And they showed Andy's children. And sorry, I was having fun and games with the crown. I'm not having fun and games anymore because that's my fucking line. That is my red, solid line. And these pieces of shit crossed it. I tried like crazy to just put up over here on my own fucking tweet over here. And I posted this just Monday in the like Sunday evening, Monday morning. I just put it up on here. Like, tell me you don't know what a comedy gag is without I meant to say without telling me you don't know what a comedy gag is. Respectfully, my friends Stef and Andy know better than to actually trespass on anyone's privacy. Learn to read humor and relax a bit. And that was
they came after you with the same shit, right?
Oh yes, they did. Like, oh, what does humor need fundraising to travel to Montecito? Like, she wasn't talking about the fundraising to actually go to Montecito. She's going to LA. All right, Steph is traveling to LA, and she's on business, and she's trying to see friends over there from our YouTube family. And we figured as a gag and figured as a joke that they'd go to Montecito as well and do that as a joke. Do the "we want privacy" picket somewhere on the street on a public sidewalk. So these fuckers, these same people, are like, oh, your friends need to do a real comedy show and stop harassing private citizens. The death threats against Meghan and Harry received daily is on the record. Your friends may get arrested while on their comedy tour in Montecito. Keep defending hate and bigotry. What hate and bigotry? No one's fucking doing any hatred on them.
No one is spreading hate and bigotry.
Are they trying to say, like, what? Pointing out when someone's being when someone appears to be hypocritical, or when someone appears to be artificial as hell, like Meghan Markle in almost everything she does in terms of her PR shit? Nothing looks real or authentic with her. Not a damn thing. That's my opinion. That's from a guy who's had to deal with phony ass people. For every, do I have a mark on my head now from the crown?
Yeah, it'll go away. It's the mark from having the crown on for too long. It's fine. It's kind of like when you're sitting.
Okay, so.
Well, that's not my point, but okay.
No, but it is your. No, but your point is that it'll wear off. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's my opinion of Meghan Markle is simply, she comes off as completely phony. She comes off as someone who doesn't have a genuine bone in her body when it comes to anything she does for her public life. But that's my opinion over here. Oh, I hope the comedy happens not to you, but your innocent family. These motherfuckers.
Wow.
We can all laugh together, eh? So funny, you're right. I wonder if you'd think it was a comedy gag if this hate and harassment was aimed at you and your family. This person over here in French. Je précéderai le que cela serait une comédie pour vous et tout proche aux là entre
okay.
comédie
yeah.
vont mettre toxique comme vous et cherche un vrai travail.
Yeah, can we get a Google Translate on that? Because I'm
Yes.
sorry, my
I
French
would
is rusty.
appreciate it when it would be a comedy for you and your loved ones too. There will be a laugh at a comedy. Go back to see your toxic masters your toxic masters like you, and look for a real job.
Oh, you translated
It's
it.
right there. Google Translate it. This is
Oh,
not
yeah,
comedy.
okay.
If they're your friends, you should really talk to them because they're about to start something they can't finish. Inciting and stalking and harassment is not comedy. It can result in real physical harm to 2 small children and their parents. Yeah? Well, what about the fucking 3 children that your motherfuckers had put up on Andy's photo? On Andy's family. How about that? Did you fucking think of that? Or is that fair game to you? What, because they're on your fucking side? Fuck you, buddy. One thing I notice about you apologists is it's always comedy, haha, when it comes to Meghan. But when you wouldn't be laughing if it were you subjected to this type of abuse on a daily basis, please tell your friends to get a life of another fucking person, like a dipshit. Sounds like the Klan to me, motherfuckers. With this history, why would anyone think it's a gag? With a screenshot of Stef's photo of Stef's AI generated thumbnails with the royal family on there. With not royal family, with Meghan and Harry. Like shocking details. President Meg's secret. Like she talks about the royal family. She uses an AI generator, like an image generator, to get generated photos of Meghan and Harry and the other members of the royal family when they can.
I'll be right back, but keep going, Juan. Don't stop.
Yeah, no, so they'll take people's money and lie. And what if Unhinged decide to take them on their offer? How about people harass and hound you and yours? It's not funny. Give us your address and we'll come and laugh about you and your family in front of your house. They should know better than to incite and instigate harassment. What humor? To further harass people who have already been harassed for 7 years? Hate black people, but still using Ebonics gag. Do you even know what it is? What the fuck, Ebonics gag? What, because Meghan Markle's part black? Are you fucking kidding me? When the fuck did this become a racial thing? Doing a fundraiser to travel Montecito isn't comedy. Harry and Meghan get death threats daily from people like your friends. God almighty. So they're comedians. Stop being such a tool. It was super funny when that pervert sent video of himself masturbating to women. He needed to be locked up. Our sexual abuse, stalking, and harassment laws are not funny in the U.S. Neither is his behavior. Comedy when people have actually tried to kill them. You call it comedy when the Met Police say they've never seen the kind of threats for these individuals before. It's a joke, right? To constantly make up lies and encourage people to hurt others. What you call comedy, I hope happens to you and your family everywhere they go. Is this sicko? Is this the sicko that you're defending? I bet his kids' parents' email list would love to receive this in their email as a joke. For the comedy, motherfucker. Over here, you're the friend, the sex offender, and the unhinged stalker had to consult legal to find out whether their planned harassment and incitement is within the confines of the law. Says, when do you have to do that for a comedy gag? Anyway, let them go and fuck around and find out for themselves. Harassing a couple and their kids is not funny. Harassing their local businesses is not funny. Get a fucking life and real job. Your friends are criminals. Is this a comedy gag to you? Look at these fucking people. How fucking disgusting are these guys? What are these jokes not directed at the white royals living in the UK? Why is the mixed royal family living away from the firm and funding their lifestyle always targeted by racists/haters, while the white taxpayer-funded royals are allowed to peacefully go through life? Again, someone trying to pull the race card on this shit.
I was going to say, for a legion of sympathizers for the royal family,
it goes on and on and on.
Yeah, I know. As I was trying to say, for a group of people that don't want others to make a joke of it or spread hatred, what do you think you're doing?
Hi there, Kettle. My name is Pot, and you're black.
Exactly.
Pot calling the kettle, Pot calling the kettle black, literally. And the fact that these motherfuckers went as far as to go and dox Andy's family. And I guess they're trying to do the same with Stef. And I guess that they're trying to do the same with anyone else who stands up to them. Or who stands up with our friends.
They better not try that with us. They better not.
No, that's where I'm mad. That's where I'm fucking pissed off. I'm gonna double check the chat over here so I can cool down a moment. I apologize, I hadn't been looking at the chat and interacting that much with you fine folks over here. So I apologize, but we're
there's no need for an apology.
Matthew Cobra's in the chat. Up. We want privacy. We want privacy. God almighty.
Juancho, listen, Juan, you don't have to apologize for anything. Your frustration in this matter is completely justified.
Thank you, K-Storm.
That being said, folks, of course, a courtesy reminder here from this channel that doxing people in public for any reason whatsoever, and yes, including retaliation against someone, is absolutely shitty, and it's also an absolute 150 million% an invasion of their privacy, because you're not only exposing the privacy of one individual, but you might be exposing their family as well.
Who had nothing to do with any of this.
Exactly.
No one's saying, oh, hey, let's go take photos of the babies, of the royal babies. No one's over here saying, let's go ahead and jump their fence, which is probably like an electric fence or some shit. I don't know what sort of private security Meghan and Harry have got. Maybe they have their fence electrified like you would in Jurassic Park. You know what I mean?
Right.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been fun.
That'd be cool. But hey, if I had that kind of money, if I had that kind of influence, hell yeah, I'd get an electrified fence. It'd be funny. Seeing if anyone tries to go in. Bzz. But that's just me because I'm weird like that. Yeah, K-Storm over here with a marshmallow in her mouth and acting like she got electrocuted. Thank you, honey. Walking past. The French person is claiming people are toxic. Yeah. Where did they get the photo? Asked Lorraine. They scoured Andy's personal social media pages. His private social media pages, where he basically posts about just his normal life when he's on vacation. Like last week, I think he was on, or was it the week before? I don't remember. It was literally like within the last week or so that Andy was out with his kids and with his wife, and they were on vacation, and they took photos. They're enjoying themselves, just fucking living a life. They're not
just living life, just spending time with each other.
They're not terminally online like these losers, like these fucking psychopaths. Andy fucking lives his life. Stef fucking lives her life. She Barbenheimered before we could, and she went to see with her. She saw them individually. So does that really count as Barbenheiming?
It still counts. Let's give her a pass.
Okay, then she gets.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with the.
She gets.
I'm not going to argue with the technicality one.
Yeah, because like I always thought that Barbenheimering would be watching both movies on the same day. I thought that that's the qualifier for it. But if we're not restricting ourselves to the same day, then she Barbenheimer before we did. That's not important. But the point is, like, Stef lives a fucking life. She's got friends. Oh, speak of the devil, and she shall appear as well. Hey up, Stef. The Alter Nerd has joined us on the chat as well. See, like,
hey up, Stef. Like, how you doing? You've got balls for staying up this late.
Seriously, woman. It's like what? Almost 4:30 in the morning over there.
You don't have to do this. You need sleep. Let me and Juan take care of this.
Yeah, for real. We're the late night a-holes in front of the camera. You don't gotta disrupt your REM cycle on our account, unless of course you never went to sleep. In which case, what the hell's the matter with you? Catch some Z's. I know I'm not your dad.
Hello, Pot. Yeah, I was gonna say hi, Pot. I'm Kettle. You're black.
I know. I'm no better. I'm a freaking night owl. Then I complain about it later. But I digress. We appreciate you being here. And yes, Lorraine. So basically the picture was on Instagram where anyone could see it, but it was also like tagging. Oh, she woke up after 6 hours. Like, oh shit. So you're up early in that case. Oh my lord.
Oh damn.
No, you'll go back to sleep shortly. Okay, well, we appreciate you jumping in over here. The point that I was trying to make...
we appreciate it. We were just talking about how, doxing people in public.
And you're not terminally online. Sorry, I didn't mean to...
No, you're fine. We were just... but I'm glad you're joining us, Steph. We were just mentioning how publicly doxing people is absolutely wrong and shitty and malicious and an invasion of privacy.
Exactly, and threatening to dox people, threatening people with ages-old bull crap that has since been debunked, demystified, completely like dispelled and dismissed in case of Andy, and trying to drag people's family into it. That's I can handle mean words online because it clearly comes from terminally online a-holes like these folks who were in everyone's comments over here. As I notice on the comments under Andy's tweets, under yours, under mine, just for sticking up for you, just for saying like, hey, no, like no one's actually fucking saying that you're actually gonna go in and bust in and like party trash their living room and toss their baby up in on the ceiling fan like you'd have in a bad 90s comedy movie or whatever. Like no one's doing that or any bullshit like that. It was literally like spur of the moment talking about having a quick joke and pointing out how these two royals are jackasses. At least their public persona goes for that. Like, so
now here's the thing, Juancho. Now we already know that this whole crap with Andy Signore, like that's years old, and as we've already covered here many times on this channel, has already
been dismissed, and he's already dealt with
it. It's been dismissed. He's already dealt with it, right?
Oh, we woke Stef up, says Andy. Oh shit. Okay, so like I guess the amount of support from the Ravens flock over here that we're pushing this forward, like it stretched across the Atlantic. It stretched all the way over to the other side of England, and just nudged Stef like, wake the fuck up. Like,
but getting to my point.
Yes, getting back to your point.
Yeah. However, despite the whole thing being dismissed, there are still angry people out there who are anti-Andy and who will believe their own narrative. And because, Andy is a popular name,
can we okay, we're internet a-holes, we're low like internet and YouTubers. I guess you could say that because Andy has worked on I guess you could say like a more famous or a bigger channel on YouTube, and he has had experience with this being in public life much longer than we have. I guess you could say that it's more of a public figure. Well, by putting ourselves out here on YouTube, we make ourselves public to this degree. But sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Go on.
My point being is because of his name and who he is, and the level of popularity that Andy Signore has in the entertainment industry, unfortunately, this is going to be a constant subject that's going to be brought up by.
It's an easy way to try to shit on Andy.
It's an easy way to try to shit on Andy.
Like, listen, if anyone brings up to us what we went through in 2015, that would be an easy way for them to knock us down. The less I mention about that shit that we dealt with in, what was it, like October, in the fall of 2015, the better off we'll be. But
more like the summer, but yeah.
Summer/fall. It was a fucking godless nightmare. No, you're right. It was the summer. It was the summer of 2015. And that was...
The summer of 2015, but
it's the same thing, Jose. And it's absolutely deplorable. Anyone trying to take those cheap shots, those pot shots, those low blows, that kind of bullshit, just to try to knock someone down, when instead of actually dealing with what's actually been stated, what's being said, what's being shown. This is the facts. We're not advocating for anyone to go up to Meghan and Harry's house. We're not advocating for anyone to try to break in. We're not advocating for any fucking buddy to actually harm or harass physically and or like digitally actually do that shit to the royal family. But these fuckers pop up just like that at the drop of a fucking hat, and they'll jump in down everybody's throats like, how dare you, you're a horrible racist because Meghan's part black. You're a horrible bigot because these people who are so anti-cyberbullying have their fucking legion of cyberbullies that they're not disavowing, that they're not trying to speak up against. Something, fucking make the math work over here. But and if you're trying to go against them, you're the horrible person. Let's see if you like that. Let's see if we show your kids. Okay. I actually need to fucking pull something up real quick. And I don't need to be interrupted on this one, Jose.
No worries. I'm not going to say a thing.
You guys notice every now and then we'll mention me and K-Storm's kid, our child, a little bit. You notice how we never once in the 10 plus years of the Ravens flock, never did we once show our child to anyone here. Now, if you're friends of ours, or if you're acquaintances of ours, and if we've shown you our kid, then you know them. That's us. That's for us to show you. That's for us to introduce you. If you know them in person, that's for us to provide that. Meghan and Harry, when they have their children, they'll show you their kids to the degree that they want you to see them. There hasn't been a single photo of our child taken that's publicly online. Of course, we have photos of our kid, and that's for us to have between us and our friends. But there hasn't been a single public photo that we've posted online since before the Ravens flock started. Since before 2012, I think. And there's a reason for that. And yes, D-Nice, we have one kid. I'm not going to tell you their gender. I'm not going to tell you their name. I'm not going to tell you their height, their age, their nothing. Well, I do say that we have a teenager, and that's as far as you guys are going to get out of me until we decide, or until they decide that when they're of age, if they want to be made public, then they will. Before we ever started with the Ravens flock, we had a friend who was considered like a brother to us. And I'm going to get a little personal. I'm not dropping anyone's name. I'm not going to name this person. I'm not going to put them on blast, and I'm not going to fucking put them forward on us or in order for people to harass them in our name. That's not what we're about. Okay, so we were friends with this person for ages. It was as close as we can get. And we were also friends with his girlfriend. All right? Just like acquaintances. Hey, we all knew each other. We're all running the same circle, right? His girlfriend and her actually, no, it was just her girlfriend, wanted to spend the night with us and hang out with K-Storm and talk and just, like, you know, girl stuff, like a girl's night, whatever, right? And she would, like, sleep on our couch. Our buddy decided that he wanted to sleep on our couch too, with his girlfriend. And she specifically said, hey, no, I don't want to, like, hey, is it okay if you guys can, like, help me walk my boyfriend home or take him home for me? He's been kind of trying to pressure me into sex for the longest time, and I'm not ready for that shit yet. And I don't want to be left alone. And like, okay, well, we can't freaking push him and throw him out of the house quite yet. What if we set it up where it's like a sleepover and we'll put out an inflatable mattress or whatever, and he'll sleep in Jose's room, right? And we all talk about that. We all talk about it like freaking adults, and he agrees to that. And we're like, okay, sure, let's do that. Okay, fine. Not even within an hour after we all went down, this guy tries to sneak out of the room and tries to sneak onto the couch to try to get on with his girlfriend. When she explicitly said she did not want to have sex at that time, and she did not want to have sex on our couch, she asked him to stop. And he was very butthurt. He was very pissed off. And we basically said, like, hey, listen, dude, we know she's your girlfriend, but she says no. We gave you a compromise so you could still stay over the night. You cannot abide by that compromise, apparently. You can't control yourself. So there's two places you can go. You have a choice. You can either return to the inflatable bed that we set up for you with one of our better blankets and pillows and all there so you have a restful sleep, or you can call your mom to come get you and take you home. He calls his mom to come get him and take him home. Our kid was still an infant at the time. 48 hours later, we get a visit from Child Protection Services saying that, oh, there was a report from someone that, oh, there's deep concern that the child is negligent, that there's shitty diapers, and that there's, Japanese samurai swords where the baby can cut themselves and be killed, and you don't feed the baby, and it's horrible. They come to our fucking house, and there's, like, mess in the corner, but, nah. Not the way this person, not the way CPS have fucking described it. Not one fucking least. Now, we're weebs, we're anime fans, we all have, like he's got, like, 5 samurai swords and stuff. And we've got some, we have them up on the top of our bookshelf, and our baby can't barely walk yet. You really think they're gonna try to scale the thing just to grab a shiny they can't even see? And they say that the baby isn't, they're being mistreated or malnourished, or that they're not clean enough, or they're not being taken care of. Motherfucker, when our kid was born, they were born larger than average in terms of babies. They were a big baby when they were born. They had a nice little baby belly on them. They ate like royalty. And we kept their ass clean no matter what. We would, as proper fucking parents, we sacrifice everything to keep our kid well-clothed, well-cleaned, well-fed, and well-cared for, like any parent should. Now, for obvious purposes, the CPS agent that came to fucking see us had actually gone and say, like, oh, well, we can't actually reveal who gave this concern for protection purposes, for privacy purposes, but this is a concern. We knew it was our old fucking friend. 2 reasons. 2 clues. Number 1, the timing. Literally 48 hours. Not even full 48 hours. Like a day and a half later, we get CPS show up at our fucking front door. And number 2, K-Storm managed to take a glance at the paperwork, and they misspelled our last name the exact same way our friend had my last name misspelled on his phone. The exact same way. From that point fucking on, we put a hard stop to everyone and anyone. Suffice to say, this motherfucker, we never let him back in our fucking lives again. We were still friends with his now ex-girlfriend, so fucking hilarious. Sucks to suck. And last I checked, he's living his life. I don't give a shit what he's doing. He could be in a hole for all I care. But the point is, from that point on, K-Storm and I, and Jose, and Angel, and all of our friends, our actual fucking friends, had agreed we were not to fucking post anything digitally online about our kid. Ever. Until they become of age, where they can start making those sort of discussions and decisions for themselves. Yeah, I let my kid be on the internet in order to watch stuff online or do their homework or whatever, but I don't even let them have their own Facebook profile or anything like that. Well, they're still underage. Of course, they're not supposed to fucking have anything like that, but that I digress. The fact that anyone would even dare to fucking threaten any one of our friends, because I've dealt with that shit first fucking hand from someone that I considered a brother. From someone that I considered one of the people that I would gladly lay down my life for. And they would do something that fucking vile. You better believe I'll stand up for any of my other friends who've got children of their own. You better believe that I'm going to stand up for Andy. You better believe I'm going to stand up for my friend Stef. She doesn't have kids, but God almighty, she's got family, and I know that that her family's probably got kids of their own. You better believe if there's idiot Sussex squad bullshit motherfuckers try to pull that shit, you better believe I will hightail my ass over to the UK, and I will rain unholy hellfire to those motherfuckers. And stand up for my friend Stef. And stand up for my friend Andy. Because that's the kind of fucking guy I am. I don't stand for that shit. These fuckers cross the line, trying to drag the families, trying to drag the children of us involved. So don't you dare think for one instant of a second that I don't take this shit seriously, that I don't take this shit lying down. When I said that we were dropping verbal pipe bombs, this is what I meant. I take these threats extremely seriously. Because I've dealt with that joke once before, and it wasn't funny the first time. So don't try to step up to me like that. You will fail. Do not try to involve my child, my own flesh and blood, and use them as a weapon against me. I do not play that game. What are the first 2 rules of martial arts that we were taught, Jose? First rule of martial arts. Never start a fight, right?
Right.
What's the second rule that we were taught? Do you remember? Master Suarez from the Queen's Taekwondo Center, he told us this as well. Master Ruben Suarez, God bless that man. He taught us Taekwondo when we were children. The second rule. Never start a fight, but if you must fight, win.
Win.
I don't start fights. I end them. And I don't make threats. I make promises. And I don't use that too lightly either. Whenever whenever our kid, if they've acted up like a horse's ass, and I tell them like, listen, you need to chill out, or we're cutting you off from your toys, we're cutting you off from the internet for X amount of time. This lesson will be repeated until it's learned. That's not a threat; it's a promise. You've heard me say that to them before. Had they acted up after that? No, no one. Folks know not to take me for a fool. At least they better know not to take me for a fool. And those who don't, this is their chance to learn. They've come up to the line. That is why we don't start fights, we end them in the Ravens flock. We don't start these fights when people come after our channel. For over 10 years, we've had convention owners, we've had cosplayers, we've had other channels, we've had drama mongers within the con community here in Florida try to tear us down from the inside out, and they all fell to the wayside. They all fell before us because we didn't start the fights. We ended them. All we ever did was expose them for their hypocrisy. All we ever did was expose them for the stupidity, the vile, disgusting, inhumane bullshit that they try to peddle as hashtag their truth. Your truth could go suck a fucking rancid dick for all I care. Because it's nothing but a bag of fucking lies. What we brought here, these articles, that's the fucking truth. The evidence brought forward by these asshole idiots, Sussy Baka Sussex squad on their fucking tweets with their fucking threats, that's the fucking truth. And what I vowed over fucking here, try to drag my child into this shit, try to drag my friends' children into this shit, try to drag my friends, my brothers, my sisters, my siblings, our friends in the Ravens flock. When you ride with the Ravens flock, your family. Yeah, it's a bad Fast and the Furious joke, but I'm not the bald one. Jose is. Jose, can you give us a Vin Diesel family real quick?
When you're with the Ravens flock, your family.
Thank you. We fight for our family. We have wounded ourselves for our family. If the need be, I will gladly lay down my own life in the defense of my family. Just like any normal person should. But let's make one thing very clear. Not a single one of us have advocated such harm, such vile discourse, such vitriol towards the dumb prince and his vapid wife. They can't have it both ways. It's the goddamn Streisand effect, Jose. Not even the Streisand effect. Like Journalism 101, the more public you make yourself, the more open you make yourself to public discourse and public discussion. The more you open up your public life, this was done with Marilyn Monroe, this was done with Barbra Streisand, the Streisand effect. The more you put out about yourself in public, the more interest you generate for it, the more you invite it, the less privacy you're entitled to. Harry and Meghan had given everyone pretty much as much of an open door to their lives as they've been granting. Now, a lot of that shit is manicured, a lot of that shit is choreographed and produced like a motherfucker. And don't believe me? Look at the still shot from that Archwell photo in the BBC article. It's like they hire goddamn fucking production team to go take a shit. Does Meghan Markle need a key grip and a boom operator when she's taking a tinkle or something? I doubt it. I sincerely hope not. Because that's way too much info. I don't need that kind of privacy I don't need that kind of publicity in my life. I hope that's not the kind of shit that they're doing. It'd be fucking hilarious, but I sincerely hope not. But they've allowed people in as far as they're going to allow people in. If they want to allow more people into a deeper degree, that's up to them. And they've done so. And no one on any of these channels, not ourselves, not Stef, not Andy, not any of our affiliated friends over here on YouTube, on Kick, even on Twitch, that we've kicked Twitch to the curb. Not anyone has actually gone on record to say, hey everyone, let's all fly directly to Montecito, California. Let's go directly to the home of Prince Harry and Meghan. Let's go directly into their house and holler and fap at them for our attention and show everyone how we're inside their home and shake them like a freaking bag of Pringles. No, Pringles are a can. You know what I fucking mean? Like a bag of chips. Shake up like a bag of Doritos. Yeah, I love you, Meghan and Harry. No one's fucking doing anything like that. But these fucking sussy bakas, the Sussex squad, these fucking idiots think that that's what any sort of criticism for their behavior, their public behavior that they put forward, that's how they take that. Which is horseshit and shenanigans. Unfucking believable. And yeah, you're right over here. Ohana does mean family. You're right, Andy. And you're right, Steph. We will win this fight. They have no idea who they're fucking with. They're in for a rude surprise if they think we'll back down like everyone else that they've targeted. Yeah, no. I don't play around. I don't mess around. Not like that. That's not the sort of thread that you want to pull on. That's not the sort of thread you want to tug on. Because they've come up to the line, and these motherfuckers, when they tried to dox Andy's family, that's fucking crossing it. Andy doesn't put his kids up on Popcorn Planet. Like is one of his kids when they're doing a movie review or something every once in a blue fucking moon. But that's it. It's not like he's like, hey guys, this is our family doing like a reality show of inside the like Meet the Signores or whatever. I don't know. Like that'd be a weird thing, but I'm not even gonna ask that. I digress. The point is, Andy's allowed to have as much of his privacy as he's given. And we're allowed to drop in as much information as possible as what's being publicly provided. Tonight, I granted you folks watching a look into a very private part of my life. Something that has guided our child rearing for the last like over 13 years now. And it was out of the safety and in the name of the protection of our kid. And you understand why. I hope you understand why. Now, am I going to name names? Am I going to give details to who this person fucking was? This sack of shit that betrayed our trust? No, I won't. Because I'm not into doxing people personally like that. I'll give you my story. I'll tell you what happened. K-Storm, Jose, and Angel can all vet and verify this. They will tell you this. And they'll tell you that it is an accurate story. Whether you want to choose to believe that, that'll be up to you. But you're not gonna get anything further from us. That is the level of privacy that I'm granting you guys tonight. That I'm asking for tonight up to that point. Now, Meghan and Harry, they're allowed to have their private life. If they're really as honky-dory and peaches and cream as they like to portray themselves publicly, even though it all looks manicured and fucking hyper-produced and overly staged and overly choreographed, in my opinion, if that's really how their lives are, if they're really so #blessed, then all the more power to you. Props to you. Fan-fucking-tastic. You managed to keep yourselves happy and make your lives a living circus at the same time. I don't know how you managed to live with yourselves, but more power to you. Teach me how. But if there's personal shit that they're dealing with, if there's very private shit that they're dealing with, we can only speculate, we can only commentate, we can only give our own conjecture and our own theories and our own suppositions based on publicly available information. And it's really reasonable and we try to do it within the realm of reason, within the realm of logic, with what's publicly available. So if folks want to say like, oh, that's horrible, you're being like, okay. Then allow Meghan and Harry themselves to prove us wrong. Allow Meghan and Harry to decide if they want to go reality TV style and show everyone what their actual lives are like. I'll be waiting, but I doubt that we'll get that. I'm going to take a look in the chat over here and I'm sorry that I've been keeping you quiet over here, Jose. I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You had a lot to say, and I didn't want any distractions, any interruptions.
In the chat over here, I saw, jeez, guys, Gene Rick dropped in. Hey up, Gene Rick. Welcome to the Black Files. He dropped a $1.99 super chat. Holy shit, you guys stand by your friends. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. And Kuristi Rando-sama dropped a $19.99 super chat. Yes! Thank you again, Lady Kuristi, and thank you again for the new microphones. We, the Popcorn Planet family, have fought against Amber Heard stands, and we won. We will win against H&M stands, #family. You're goddamn right. Because these guys, like those psychos, they don't get it. Having this sort of terminally online parasocial relationship, it's fucking unhealthy.
This mob mentality, yeah.
No, it's not just mob mentality. It's like severely, like psychologically, cripplingly unhealthy. As the Generation Alphas and Zoomers will tell you, 2 simple words. Touch grass. Go. Soak up some vitamin D from that glorious hydrogen flaming ball in the sky called the sun. It is nature's Prozac. When you can't afford actual Prozac. And D-Nice, celebrating having been an inner flocker for 1 month. Holy shit, unbelievable, D-Nice.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Let it out. It
Very
needs to
good.
come out. Holy shit, loyalty is everything. You stand by good people and stand by your community, says Emily Moores. Yes, touch grass for sure. Yeah, you're damn right. Planet Q's Queen is in the chat. Never say sorry for saying the truth, the Ravens flock. Thank you for that. No, I was saying sorry for, like, not letting us talk and not interfacing with the chat as much as we normally do. You know, we like you guys are part of the conversation. All of you fine folks who watch us are part of the conversation over here. You know, and so we're trying to be respectful. Say I apologize we hadn't read the chat and interacted as much with y'all as much. Oh god dang, could he see? Oh god dang it, because Planet Q Squeeze was saying are you hearing "We Are Family" in your head too now? And Khaleesi's great, now I have to watch The Birdcage. That fucking movie's hilarious. Robin Williams and Nathan Lane, right? I think?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This family rules, says Andy. Love you guys. We won't back down. You're damn right. No, we won't. And yes, he also gave little Stitch or Hannah means family. Family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. See? When I say I fucking stand by each and every one of you guys, Angel and you get on my nerves sometimes, I mean it. You guys are half the reason I'm balding over the last few years. See this? This is all on you. This is all on you, chuckle fucks. But I love you to death anyway because you're my brothers and I love you. And I'll still stand by you no matter fucking what.
Yay!
I'm sure that if you left all of us alone in a room for a month, if we had to live the real world or whatever, I don't know, if all of us on Team Popcorn Planet and the Ravens flock, if we actually had to live in a fucking like an influencer house or whatever the fuck, we'll probably get on each other's nerve at some point. Like, god damn it. Like, Lewis, why didn't you put the laundry in the dryer? Shit! This has been here for 3 hours! And it would be something dumb like that. But I'll still love him to death. You know, maybe he doesn't like the way how close I am. I don't know, but that's his whole thing. That's not the point. The point is, I stand by you guys. I stand by every single one of our brethren, every single one of our YouTube siblings. I stand by folks I consider family. And I'm not going to fucking back down, so this is what I was asking K-Storm for and what I had to thank her for, by the way. Because I'm not hiding. I'm not afraid. I've taken on the YouTube pedophile Onision on his own fucking channel. I've taken on con owners. I've taken on cosplayers. I've taken on massive, influential assholes in my time as a YouTuber. And I'm still here, and they're not. So to each and every one of those assholes leaving those disgusting responses over here, this is my answer to you. This is my answer to you. You only get one. This has been your warning. This has been you being put on notice. This has been the Ravens flock and me, myself, Juan Arauz, putting you on fucking notice. Back the fuck off. Fuck the fuck off. And if you come at me, you better not miss. You better take me down in your first shot, because I swear, if you miss, you'll be going down as well. Anyone who's seen the ending of John Wick Chapter 4 fucking knows what I mean. Consequences. Don't try me. You will fail. Jose, I'm sorry for continuing to lambast.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I think now would probably be a good time to end the program. It is midnight.
I'm sorry I took up so much of your time away from you, Jose. But now you know what we're up against. Do I have your tacit approval to, well, I guess it's a little late because the show's almost over, but feel free. Your thoughts here, Jose.
Okay, so my thoughts are simple. Andy and Stef, I'm with Juan. I fully support them 100%. And the Sussex squad, the Suck squad.
The Suck
Sorry,
squad.
I'm calling them.
I still like mine, Sussy Bakas.
Whatever, they're the Suck squad.
It's our verbiage, our weebs, our anime weeaboo language.
Yeah, okay, you've talked enough. So yeah, the Suck squad, they can go ahead and eat a bag full of dicks. Okay, as far as haters coming after Andy, coming after Steph, and there are some that come after us. They've been decrying. Here's the thing, folks. There are folks who are decrying the end of the Ravens Flock channel for years, and there's really nothing that we can say to them. There's really nothing that we can say to those haters because, like I said, they will pick apart every word, every intention from what we say to suit their narrative. And you know what? That's on them. That's not our responsibility. They can go fuck themselves. Fuck them.
And they can go touch grass. That's what they need to do.
Yes. So that is my opinion. And as far as the royal couple goes, Prince Harry and Prince Way and Meghan, they need to chill the fuck out. They really, really need to chill the fuck out, and they need to, they need to practice what they fucking preach.
Exactly. Yeah. If they're not willing to fucking tell their fans to back off, then they need to claim them. They either need to claim them and proclaim themselves to be hypocrites and actually endorse cyberbullying as long as it's on their behalf, or they need to disavow them completely.
Exactly.
I appreciate you standing by me as I soapbox on our behalf, Jose. What do we have to
Don't
look
worry
forward
about
to tomorrow night on this week's new edition of Wrestle Rewind?
All right, so for tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, along with my weekly reviews of WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling, we will be discussing the main event of this year's annual summer WWE pay-per-view event, WWE SummerSlam. And the main event is the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, versus Jey Uso for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship in tribal combat.
Mm-hmm. Which meant it wasn't just for the championship, it was also for whoever wins would become the new head of the bloodline, the new head of the table in the Anoa'i wrestling family. So
yes.
It's the mantle of responsibility, if you would.
This has been a long, crazy, compelling story that has started all the way back as early as September of 2020.
Yeah, and it's been developing, and it's been nuts. So you got plenty to look forward to here, Jose, and we'll see you tomorrow night here. Thank you very much for being a part of the show, Joe. And I'm really sorry that we couldn't get Angel. He's got a lot of house stuff he's got to be doing. So
we couldn't get Angel tonight, but no worries, fans, folks watching, you'll still get your fix in for some video gaming fun, because Angel will be back this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern for Los Amigos Play, where we will continue the Let's Play of Asura's Wrath by Capcom on the PlayStation 3.
Yep, and we're even still holding on to Angel's PS3 over here. It feels so weird having his old school first-gen PS3 right next to our PlayStation 4 over here, and I have my Nintendo Wii.
No, Juancho. It feels like we're holding on to a piece of video gaming history.
And meanwhile, I have our first generation Nintendo Wii that's GameCube compatible next to those three, so it's all the way on the other side. So yeah, it is a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but all right. So that's going to do it for me. And thank you very much, Juan, for having me on. And I appreciate that. And folks, you guys have been awesome in the chat on both YouTube and Kick. Do we have anyone watching on Kick right now?
Bear Cream has been throwing up emojis left and right. Apparently they took a screenshot of me when I had my crown on, and they've been raging on our behalf as well for what was going on. But it was all in emojis. They didn't actually share anything.
No, it's all good. Okay. It's all good.
It's all fine. Have a great night. Thank you, Bear Cream. We appreciate that.
All right, folks. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tune out. Have a great night. Please remember, please be responsible of where you get your news from, doubling down on that part. And please remember that at the end of the day, we're all human beings, including the people that you are shouting at on social media. You need to stick it. That's a thing that people forget. When we go into angry mode and rant about it on social media, we get so caught up with our anger and our hatred that we forget that we're shitting on another human being.
Exactly. Yeah. No. And yeah, you're right. That goes double on these guys who are from the Sussy Baka squad over here, the Sussy bitches.
The Suck Squad.
The Suck Squad. There we go. All right. You have a good night,
Jose. All right. Yes. Have a good night, guys.
All right. And that was Jose Casabona, the head of the Ravens flock, the head of our table over here. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap us up. I already said I said everything I needed to fucking say. And I'm glad that also all you fine folks were here to join us on this as well. Every single one of you folks who watch over here tonight, I know that I hadn't really read much of what you were saying in the comments, but it looks like you were all showing your support. And yeah, let's drop Haza and Megzi on a deserted island with the turd. Oh yeah, no, that'd be funny. That'd be a cool little hilarious reality show or game show or whatever. What happens when a prince, a duchess, and a bitch are all on a deserted island together? Join in now as egos collide. Only on Fox. I don't know. Like Blowhard Island, exclusively on Fox. I don't fucking know. I literally just shat that out. Okay, but yeah, I'm wrapping up, and I'm gonna go ahead and thank every single one of you fine folks for joining us here tonight. Thank you, Jose, for being on the stream with me. Thank you to all of our fine viewers on our YouTube stream and our Kick stream as well. Thanks to Andy and Stef who made cameos on the chat. We appreciate you guys. We're here to stand up for you no matter fucking what, and no matter how insane or how depraved it may get in the world of nerd and pop culture, you better believe that the Ravens flock, we keep our fingers on the pulse, and we'll bring you into the darker side of nerd and pop culture. And so we invite you to come back next week, for a new edition of the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens flock, The Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arauz. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button or subscribing on Kick. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring the tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files. Los Amigos play Wrestle, Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For Jose Casabona and Angel Mendez, I am Juan Arauz. This has been the Black Files, and we